Hi everyone, this is Global Travel Channel. Today I will tell about Malaysia. This Southeast Asian country consists of two regions separated by the South China Sea. There are some facts about Malaysia. The official name of Malaysia, the capital of Malaysia, is Kuala Lumpur. The total population of Malaysia are 32,400,000. The official languages is Malay. Currency of Malaysia is ringgit. Total area are 127,355 square miles, 329,847 square kilometers. The major mountain ranges: Main, Crocker, Bintang, Pose, Iran, and the major rivers: Rajak, Sagat, Pahang, Klang. Malaysia is famous for the Petronas Twin Towers in Kuala Lumpur. The 88-floor building is the 21st century icon for Malaysia. Mosques. The country is home to several Muslim places of worship that are prominent landmarks. Famous examples are the Masjid Jamek Mosque in the National Mosque of Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur, the Iron Mosque and the Pink Putra Mosque in Putrajaya, the futuristic Cyberjaya Mosque in Selangor, and the State Mosque of Selangor, the Blue Mosque in Shah Alam. Popular Malaysian dishes like the omelette sandwich, roti john, Penang's nasi kandar, rendang from Sumatra, spicy laksa soup, meat on a stick known as satay, and the classic rice noodle dish char kway teow. Malaysia truly Asia. The advertising slogan was introduced worldwide in 1999. Malaysia's wildlife is famous for big cats, such as tigers and leopards, the Malayan tapir and the endangered Borneo pygmy elephants and Borneo orangutans. The Cameron Highlands in Pahang State is one of the oldest tourist spots in Malaysia. The Langkawi Archipelago, the Jewel of Kedah, is a popular tourist destination. Mount Kinabalu on Borneo is the highest mountain in Malaysia. The Taman Negara, a national park in Peninsular Malaysia and one of the oldest deciduous forests in the world, is estimated to be more than 130 million years old. Mount Tehan, at 2,187 meters, is located within the Taman Negara National Forest and is the highest point in Peninsular Malaysia. Malaysia is a federation of 13 states and 3 federal territories. The country's political system is a constitutional monarchy based on the British Westminster parliamentary system. 9 of Malaysia's states, known as the Malay States, are constitutionally run by traditional Malay rulers of royal descent, sultans. The representative head of state is the Sultan, King. The Sultan is chosen every 5 years from the ranks of the rulers of the 9 sultanates, according to the principle of rotation. The executive power of Malaysia is vested in the cabinet led by the Prime Minister, who is the head of government. The country of Malaysia is 2 separate areas of land known as Peninsular Malaysia and East Malaysia. The 2 regions are separated by the South China Sea by about 400 miles. Combined, they'd be roughly the size of the state of New Mexico. Peninsular Malaysia is on the tip of the Malay Peninsula, a long, thin landmass that snakes south from the country of Thailand toward the South China Sea. East Malaysia stretches across northern Borneo, and island Malaysia shares with the country of Indonesia. Malaysia's capital, Kuala Lumpur, is located on the west side of Peninsular Malaysia, closer to the Indonesian island of Sumatra than to East Malaysia. East Malaysia is home to Mount Kinabalu, the country's highest point, which has an elevation of 13,455 feet, 4,101 meters. Malaysia shares borders with the Thailand to the north and Indonesia and the island of Singapore to the south. Singapore is separated from Malaysia by a bridge. Malaysia is blanketed by tropical rainforests. Large rivers, fed by nearly 10 feet of rain, about 3 meters a year, flow from the country's highlands and empty into warm tropical seas. Combined, these 3 ecosystems, forest, river, and marine, make Malaysia one of the world's 17 megadiverse countries. A megadiverse country is one that's home to a majority of Earth's species and has a high number of endemic species, or species found only in one location on the planet. Malaysia's tropical rainforests are also home to several endangered species, including Sumatran rhinoceroses, pygmy elephants, and Bornean orangutans in East Malaysia. Malayan tigers and Indo-Chinese leopards prowl the Malay Peninsula. In the South China Sea, several sea turtle species, including the olive ridley, hawksbill, green, and leatherback sea turtles, swim in the warm waters. Malaysia has several vast nature reserves and national parks throughout the country. Taman Negara National Park, established in 1939, is the country's oldest national park. located on the Malay Peninsula. Taman Negara protects one of the world's oldest rainforests, estimated to be more than 130 million years old, and was once home to dinosaurs. Government and economy. Malaysia is a federal constitutional monarchy that consists of 13 states and 3 federal territories, which include the capital city region of Kuala Lumpur, the administrative capital of Putrajaya, and the island of Labuan off the coast of East Malaysia. Malaysia's monarch is a ceremonial head of state referred to as Yang di-Pertuan Agong, or Paramount Ruler. The federal government, which governs all of Malaysia, includes the Senate, the Dewan Negara, a House of Representatives, the Dewan Rakyat, and a Prime Minister appointed by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Before the late 20th century, rubber and tin exports drove Malaysia's economy. Natural resources still remain an important part of the economy, especially rubber and palm oil, but the country also has a strong manufacturing industry, as well as growing financial and banking services. History. Little is known about Malaysia's prehistory, or the period of time before the invention of writing. The first known Malay kingdoms appeared around the year AD 200, when Indian traders introduced the South Asian concepts of religion, government, and art to Malay natives. These kingdoms remained relatively small, however, because the Malaysian terrain couldn't support widespread agriculture. Instead, Malays were known for their ocean navigation and shipping skills. The modern Malay culture began to develop during the 15th century, when Islam arrived to the country. During this time, the port of Malacca grew to become one of the world's great port cities. When the Portuguese sailed into Malacca in the 16th century, they became the first Europeans to arrive in Malaysia. In 1786, Great Britain bought Malaysia's Penang Island in an attempt to increase trade with China. Over the next century, British influence in Malaysia grew, and by 1915, Great Britain had acquired several additional Malaysian states. During World War II, Malaysia was occupied by the Japanese from 1941 to 1945. The end of the war brought a desire for independence throughout the country, with Malays wanting to create a Bangsa Melayu, or Malay nation. British officials promised independence to the nation and began working with Malay leaders to create an independent Malaysia. On August 31, 1957, the Independent Federation of Malaya was formed, with Tunku Abdul Rahman as its first Prime Minister. Malaysia was recognized as a country in 1963. At the time, it included Singapore. Singapore separated from Malaysia in 1965. The Arts and Culture of Malaysia, Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. Malaysia Motak is responsible for tourism and culture-related facilities. Its headquarters is located in Putrajaya. Jabatan Museum Malaysia. The Department of Museums Malaysia, JMM, provides some information about Malaysia's museums, such as the Perak Museum in Penang, Malaysia's oldest museum, the Malay World Ethnological Museum, the Museum of Aboriginal Arts and Crafts, Museum CME Craftloring Asli, the National Automobile Museum, Museum Automobile Nasional, and the Labuan Marine Museum. Economy of Malaysia. The economy of Malaysia, a middle-income country, it has transformed itself since the 1970s from a mainly agricultural producer of raw materials into an emerging multi-sector economy. Malaysia is attempting to achieve high-income status by 2020 and move farther up the value-added production chain by attracting investment in Islamic finance, high-technology industries, biotechnology, and services. Export goods, especially electronics, oil and gas, palm oil and rubber, are a major driver of the economy. This is all about of Malaysia. For more interesting and historic videos, like, share, and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you for watching.